Consider this simple, yet profound idea. Every living thing you can imagine, from the biggest blue whale in the ocean, to the tallest redwood tree, to the tiniest ant marching on the sidewalk, and even microscopic organisms we can't see, like an amoeba in a drop of pond water, is made of the same fundamental building blocks. They are all made of cells. In a complex organism like a human, there are trillions of them. And these cells don't just sit there like bricks in a wall. They are bustling, miniature cities, each one a hive of activity. They are constantly working, converting food into energy, growing, and most importantly, making more of themselves. It's a fundamental rule of all life, a core principle of biology. To make more life, to grow from a baby to an adult, to heal a cut on your knee, you need to make more cells. Now, how do they do it? How does one cell become two? The secret lies inside the cell's control center, the nucleus. Tucked inside are structures called chromosomes. Think of these as the cell's master instruction manuals. Each chromosome is a tightly coiled package of DNA, containing all the information needed for the cell to live, function, and reproduce. To create new cells, the parent cell must first carefully copy these manuals and then distribute them. And it turns out, cells have two different ways to do this. One method is called mitosis. The other is called meiosis. They sound similar and it's easy to get them mixed up, but they perform very different and equally vital jobs for the organism. Understanding the difference between them is like having the secret keys to the library of life. It helps us understand how we grow, how our bodies repair themselves, and how genetic information continues from one generation to the next. To make it easier, let's think of these processes as two different kinds of cellular dances. Both dances start with a single cell partner, ready to divide, and both involve a lot of intricate choreography, some very fancy footwork at a microscopic level. The star dancers are the chromosomes, those instruction manuals we talked about. The way the cell moves these manuals around the dance floor determines exactly what kind of new cells you get at the end of the performance. One dance, mitosis, is a dance of duplication. Its goal is to create perfect copies. The new cells are genetically identical to the original, keeping everything exactly the same. The other dance, meiosis, is a dance of diversity. Its main purpose is mixing things up, shuffling the genetic deck to create variety and new possibilities for the next generation. Both of these incredible dances are happening inside living things all the time, working in harmony. Together they are responsible for keeping the great, beautiful, and complex show of life on the road. Let's talk about mitosis first. It's a fundamental process for life as we know it, and it's happening inside you right now, millions of times over. The T in mitosis can help you remember that it makes two identical cells. Think of it as a biological copy machine, but one that's incredibly precise. Its whole purpose is to take one cell, called the parent cell, and produce two new daughter cells that are exact genetic replicas. Each new cell gets a complete and identical set of chromosomes. The Rurs Dakrabyan, Yodigzorekumbansen stands for done. Anjars Dekur to the field Bakrundam instruction manual. This ensures every new cell knows exactly what job to do, whether it's a skin cell, a liver cell, or a muscle cell. But how does the cell actually pull off this amazing feat? It's not just a simple split. It's a carefully choreographed dance in several acts. Before mitosis even begins, the cell spends most of its life in a preparatory stage called interphase. During this time, it grows, carries out its normal functions, and most critically, it duplicates its DNA. Every single chromosome is carefully copied, creating two identical sister chromatids joined together, looking like an X. Then, the first stage of mitosis, prophase, kicks in. The duplicated chromosomes condense and coil up, becoming thick and visible under a microscope. The membrane around the nucleus starts to break down, freeing the chromosomes. Next is metaphase. Think of this as cellular roll call. All the X-shaped chromosomes line up neatly in a single file line right down the middle of the cell, at a spot called the metaphase plate. This alignment is crucial for an even split. Then comes the dramatic part, anaphase. The sister chromatids are suddenly pulled apart. Each half of the X is dragged to opposite ends, or poles, of the cell. Now, each side of the cell has a complete set of chromosomes. In the final stage, Telophase, the cell begins to reverse the process. A new nuclear membrane forms around each of the two sets of chromosomes, creating two brand new nuclei. The chromosomes themselves start to uncoil and relax, but we still have one big cell with two nuclei. The grand finale is a process called cytokinesis, which means cell movement. The cell's cytoplasm divides, and the outer membrane pinches inward until it splits the parent cell into two separate, smaller, and absolutely identical daughter cells. And just like that, where there was one, now there are two. This entire process is happening in your body all the time, keeping your trillions of cells in good working order. You don't even have to think about it. The cell cycle is also incredibly well regulated. It has checkpoints like a quality control inspector, ensuring everything is correct before proceeding to the next stage. This prevents errors and makes sure each new cell is a perfect copy. So, let's see this in action. Imagine you're playing outside and you scrape your knee. Ouch! You've just lost thousands of skin cells. But don't worry, mitosis to the rescue. The healthy skin cells around the cut get a signal to start dividing, kicking off that whole cycle of prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. They go through mitosis, making perfect copies of themselves. One cell becomes two. Two become four. And so on, in a rapid cascade, until a brand new patch of skin has filled in the gap. The new skin is genetically identical to the skin that was there before. That's mitosis in action. It's the engine of growth from a single fertilized egg into a complex adult. It's the body's master repair kit, fixing damage and replacing worn-out parts. This isn't just for skin. The lining of your gut is completely replaced every few days. Your hair and nails grow because of mitosis at their roots. And deep inside your bones, in the bone marrow, mitosis is constantly churning out billions of new red and white blood cells every single day. It is the tireless, essential process that builds, maintains, and repairs you, moment by moment. Now, we've seen how mitosis creates identical cells for growth and repair, but what about creating a brand new, unique individual? For that, we need a different process, so let's switch gears to meiosis. While mitosis is about cloning, meiosis is all about creating diversity. A neat trick to remember its purpose, the E in meiosis can help you remember it makes eggs and sperm. These special cells, also known as gametes, are the key to sexual reproduction. Unlike the body's other cells, which are diploid with a full set of chromosomes, gametes are haploid. That means they carry exactly half the genetic information of the parent cell. This reduction is crucial. When two haploid cells, one sperm and one egg, combine, they restore the full diploid number, creating a genetically complete and unique offspring. But meiosis doesn't just cut the chromosome number in half, it also shuffles the genetic deck. This happens through two amazing processes. First, during a phase called crossing over, paired chromosomes actually exchange pieces of their DNA. Imagine two multicolored strands of yarn swapping a few threads. Then, independent assortment randomly sorts these shuffled chromosomes into the new cells, like dealing cards from a freshly shuffled deck. This all happens in a two-part division, meiosis I and meiosis II, which ensures that each of the four resulting gametes is genetically distinct from its siblings and the parent cell. So, meiosis is not a simple copy machine, it's a sophisticated genetic reduction and mixing machine, essential for creating the wonderful diversity of life we see all around us. So, let's bring it all home. We have these two incredible cellular processes, mitosis, meiosis. At first glance, they might seem confusingly similar. They start with one parent cell, they replicate their DNA. They go through a series of complex phases to divide. They even share stage names. Prophase, metaphase. Simple takeaway, mitosis makes more of me, meiosis makes a new me.